Do you think we'll ever have a gay rapper?
I believe there are some gay rappers that just ain't came out the closet.
Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. I like that. Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in.
Let me tell you this One Direction. Drama is about to get messier than a teenage breakup. You thought you knew everything about your favorite boy band. Think again, sis. The streets are saying there's more to Liam's story than meets the eye, and I'm here to spill all the piping hot tea. Trust me, by the time we're done, you'll be side-eyeing those Y-boys harder than Simon Cowell at a bad audition. You're ready for this because it's about to get real. Picture this. It's just another day for the 1D boys. Harry's probably doing his yoga. Niall's strumming his guitar, and Lewis scrolling through Twitter. Everything's chill right out of nowhere. Boom, the internet explodes with news about Liam and the girl. When I say explode, I mean it went off like a glitter bomb at a unicorn convention. So there they are minding their own business when their phones start blowing up faster than a microwave burrito, first to react to our boy Zayn. Yeah, I know he's not officially in the band anymore, but once a directioner is always a directioner. Am I right anyway? Zayn's out here posting cryptic Instagram stories faster than you can say pillow talk. We're talking black screens, sad song lyrics. The whole shebang. It's giving mysterious heartbreak.
Check out this audio from Suge Knight. It's from his podcast with Dave Mays, and he's speaking on, Tupac and Snoop being cool, and how, after Tupac got killed, Snoop started hanging out with Diddy. And, he also speaks on how, Snoop, he did the Steve Harvey show with Diddy after Tupac got killed. Check this out.
Okay. It's downloading right now.
Then you look at the scenario how everybody used Pac to make their stuff famous or make their project better. You got people who use their songs for Pac and tell them how much they love Pac, but they do songs for Puffy. You got Steve Harvey, old bitch ass. This motherfucker tell him, well, fuck Pac, according to everybody else. He brings Snoop and Puffy on there and say, these the dudes who's running this in the East Coast, West Coast.
What's up, Snoop?
What's up, huh? Hey, whoa. Wait a minute, fellas here. Hold up. I know all about this East Coast, West Coast rivalry thing here, but we in Chicago now. This rivalry stuff, we gotta stop it, man. We stop that, we stop a lot of this violence.
Yo, Steve, check this, man. All that East Coast, West Coast stuff is a bunch of media hype. It's been my dog from day one, you know what I'm saying? It's all good between me and him. That's my peoples.
For real, that's what we came here for. We came in to light it up and ride it up. We make music for everybody.
Now, Pac, if you love Pac so much, how you with the motherfucker that everybody say got something to do with the first get down that happened to Pac in New York, then the second one.
What you think about Suge comments? And I never asked you this before, but did you have an issue with Snoop hanging out with Diddy after Tupac got killed?
I always felt that was wrong. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm talking about from that, like now, okay, you know what I mean? I'm 46, Snoop probably early 50s. If he figured out now, he might go by the opinion like, okay, Puffy had nothing to do with Pac. We grown now. If he want to be his friend, no problem. But back then, that was just awkward. You know what I mean? And the reason why it was awkward to me that I never even like it because you knew how Pac felt about this individual. You know what I mean? Even if you don't agree with him, you probably could have said, you know what, I probably ain't gonna come out, publicly with this because until things clear up, so I really know I could be certain that, they didn't have nothing to do with Pac. But it's like, it was no, okay, it is what it is. So that I never really respected that back then.
So you had an issue with it. You didn't like it.
Never really liked it. It just was a strange look because you was Pac boy. You know what I mean? Puffy, it's clear they had some issues with Pac. And Pac died and all of a sudden you chilling with Puffy. Back then it just, okay, now you can say what you want. You go all grandfathers, I guess. You know what I mean? That's different now. But back then I think it was
Vibes and fans are eating it up like it's the last slice of pizza at a sleepover, while Harry's over here looking like he just heard someone say they don't like his fashion choices. His team's in damage control mode, canceling appearances left and right. The streets are saying he locked himself in his dressing room and refused to come out. Can you blame him? If I just lost my bandmate, I'd be hiding under my covers with a gallon of ice cream too. Now, let's talk about how this news spread faster than gossip in a high school cafeteria. 1 minute, everything's normal. The next, it's like someone a match in a field of dry grass. Twitter's on fire. Instagram's blowing up, and TikTok doesn't even get me started. Fans are making tribute videos, sharing their favorite Liam moments, and theorizing about what happened. It's like the whole internet turned into a Y fan club overnight, but here's where it gets juicy. While most of the boys are out here looking like they just found out Santa isn't real, one of them seems different. I'm not naming names yet, but let's just say his real actions got people raising their eyebrows higher than Simon Cowell's waistband. Is he in shock? Does he know something we don't? Or is he just really good at hiding his feelings? The tea on this is so hot, it's practically boiling. And speaking of tea, honey, we've got a whole kettle to spill about how the other boys reacted. You think Z's cryptic posts were dramatic? Just wait until you hear about the late-night phone calls, the secret meetings, and the alleged breakdowns. One of these boys took it so hard, it's got people wondering if there was more to his relationship with Liam than we ever knew. You weren't ready for this while everyone was losing it online. One of the boys was spiraling harder than a TikTok dance trend. But here's the million-dollar question. Was it just bromance, or was there more? Brewing between these two heartthrobs, let's talk about Lewis and Liam. Shall we say these two were tight, like matching tattoos? They were always goofing around on stage, finishing each other's sentences and interviews and posting cute pics together on the gram. Fans even gave them the ship name Lilo Cute, right? But after the news dropped, Lewis went from a fun-loving prankster to a full-on ghost faster than you can say. What Makes You Beautiful sources are close to LS. Phil that he locked himself in his London flat for days, no calls, no text NADA. His team was freaking out trying to get him to make a statement or at least post a black square on Instagram like everyone else. But his radio silence, it was like he vanished into thin air, leaving everyone wondering what was going on in that pretty little head of his when he finally emerged. It wasn't pretty, the streets are saying. Lou showed up at a local pub looking like he'd been through it. We're talking messy hair, bloodshot eyes, and clothes that looked like they'd been slept in for a week. Eyewitnesses claim he was mumbling about unfinished business and things left, and one fan even swears she heard him say, "I should have told him when I had the chance to tell him what Lewis the people need to know."
It was weird, it was tasteless. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like you really had that much love for Pac. You could have just, you know what I mean? Unless he pressured them or like questioned Puffy, like, yo, what's up with this? What's up with that? Then you could say, you know what I mean? No problem. Like somebody said, okay, I believe somebody mentioned that they seen a video with me and the dude Prodigy or one of the dudes from our Deep, as if I was with. They don't know the backdrop of that. I went to his hotel room ready to fight. Like, bro, I'll fight everybody in that room one-on-one. Even if I lose, it doesn't matter. The Outlaws was with me. My homie Tiny, the Mexican homie, was with me. I didn't go there and say, let me get in a video with these guys. I went there knocking on their door. Doom, doom, doom. Tell them dudes to come out. What's up with y'all? What's up with you and Pac? You got a problem with Pac? Because we could just fight like man to man, face to face, and then shake hands. That was my approach with them. But when they told me they didn't have no problem, I don't mind being with you. You know what I mean? I don't mind shaking your hand because they told me they had love for Pac. So that's different. You know what I mean? If he come out and say, well, I already, I questioned Puffy about it. I believe that he didn't, he loved Pac. That's my opinion. I can move the way I want to move. So when people try to, I noticed somebody, I think on your page do that. Well, Napoleon was in the video with Mobb Deep. They don't know how I got in that video with Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? I pulled up on him but I'm the type of person, I never been a bully type of person. You know what I mean? If I talk to a person like a man and they tell me face to face, look, I got love for Pac, I'm comfortable to know if I can look in their eyes, if I believe what they said, I have the right to say, okay, no problem, I believe you. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what Snoop went through. I don't know. But let the people know, because it was too early back then. You know, Pac just had died. You know what I mean? Like, he had the right to say, the reason why I'm rolling with Puffy, I questioned him about my homie. He gave me this answer. So then he did what he had to do. But it just, you know what I mean? I never really agree with that, to be honest. The same way I couldn't be on the stage with him. When they wanted to do that tribute, I just couldn't do it. Like, I really felt in my heart, like, man, I can't believe this is about to happen. Like, are we really gonna be, I just couldn't do it, you know what I mean? And thank God it didn't happen. Alhamdulillah.
An insider who claims to be close to the Lewis family dropped this bomb. Lewis is devastated. He and Liam had plans to write together, to tour together. They were going to take the music world by storm, just the two of them now. All those dreams are shattered, okay? But Light, weren't they already in the biggest boy band ever? What kind of world dominance plans did these have cooking? The other boys tried to help, of course. Niall was blowing up Lisa's phone, 247, leaving voicemails that probably sounded like a sad puppy. Harry supposedly sent over enough food to feed a small army because, you know, that boy thinks green juice can solve anything. And Zayn, well, he tried to reach out too, but we all know how that probably went down. But here's where it gets wild after days of worry and speculation. Lewis allegedly did something so shocking, it had his team scrambling like ants at a picnic. The word on the street is that he booked a one-way ticket to a remote island, saying he needed to find himself and honor Liam's memory. Some fans are even saying he's planning to build a Liam Payne memorial there, a whole island dedicated to Liam. Now that's what I call commitment. Now, if you thought Lewis Island got wild, wait till you hear about the member who's been MIA since day one. No tweets, no grand post, nothing. But the streets are saying he's got something major in the works. What's he planning? And why is he keeping it on the down low? Let's talk about our boy Niall. Shall we, on the surface, make this Irish cutie seem cool as a cucumber when the news about Liam drops? No public meltdowns, NADA, just a simple black square on Instagram, and a short statement about respecting privacy during this difficult time. But Chili, don't let that fool you behind those baby blues up. Storm was brewing while the other boys were out here causing scenes. Niall was playing it smart. The street is saying he's been having secret meetings with Liam's family management and even some big shot music executives. One insider spilled that Niall's been spotted sneaking into high-rise offices in London looking all serious in dark sunglasses and a baseball cap. What is he trying to hide, hon? And don't even get me started on the late-night phone calls. Fans living near Neil's place swear they've heard him pacing on his balcony at a time, having intense conversations in hushed tones. One nosy neighbor claims she heard him say, "It's what Liam would have wanted, girl." What exactly did Liam want? We need answers. Now you might be wondering why Neil's being all cloak and dagger about this. Some fans think he's just processing his grief privately. Others are convinced he's planning something big like Stadium C is big. The rumor mill is working overtime. Say Niles is organizing a secret tribute concert for Liam. We're talking to list performers' childhood videos. The works, it's supposed to be the event of the century, with all proceeds going to Liam's favorite charities. But here's where it gets juicy. An anonymous source close to Niall leaked that this concert isn't just about honoring Liam. Apparently our boys got some unfinished business with us. The band The T is that Niall's using this event as a way to bring One Direction back together. Can you imagine an OND reunion in Liam's memory? The fans would lose their minds. Of course, not everyone's buying Niall's cool guy act. Some skeptics are saying his calm demeanor is suspicious. They're wondering if he knows something the others don't. I mean, why isn't he as torn up as the rest of the boys? I've got a secret vibe, and fans are itching to crack the code as investigators comb through Liam Payne's Buen Ower hotel room. His One Direction bandmates are now speaking out about the 31-year-old's tragic death.
Me doing this interview with you, right? One thing I did notice is you keep making comments about Snoop. And it comes across like you still feel a type of way about Snoop speaking on Biggie and making it seem like he was much closer to Biggie than he actually was. When you be seeing these interviews with Snoop speaking on Biggie, how does that make you feel?
That's propaganda for the media, bro. That's something that sounds good for the media. You know, I'm the peacemaker. I'm the one that's showing love. I'm the one that's out here, you know, when everybody else is dead, you know what I'm saying? Wishing that I could have did something to put the shit together. But wasn't you in fear for your life because you put your cover over your head with your fork in your hand because you wanted to, you know, because you was riding on a plane with Pac, and if it was all that love, you wouldn't have to do that, right?
You're right.
When it's the same love that when Pac asked you was going to Vegas and the whole 9 yards, and he didn't say nothing to you, or he said some slick shit to you, or whatever, this, that, and the third. It wasn't all that love until Pac was dead. Wasn't Big out at California 3-4 weeks, and Snoop never saw him? Snoop never came to smoke nothing with him. Snoop never came to eat nothing with him. But it was a whole lot of love. Come on, man. Shit just don't add up.
When Snoop, right, when he went to Atlanta, right, and he met up with Biggie, and they met at the hotel, and Biggie was telling him that he had nothing but love for Tupac, because this happened after Tupac got killed. Did you know anything about that when it happened at the time?
I wasn't there, brother. I don't know how accurate it is. That's a Lil C story. That's a Snoop Dogg story. You understand? But I could see you in Atlanta, but I can't see you in California at my own hometown. Huh? I'm so gangster, I could come to your hotel room by myself in Atlanta, but in California, I can't come and see you? All right.
MC8, right? I did an interview with MC8 a while back, right? And he gave his opinion on how Biggie and Puffy came to LA so soon after Tupac got killed. So pretty much what he was saying was Biggie and Puffy, they should have just went to the radio stations and stuff like that to promote the album and go back to the hotel and just stay in the hotel and only come out when they wanted to, you know, promote the album. How you feel about him saying that?
That's what was told to me when we was going out there. We wasn't gonna go to no parties. We was gonna do the Soul Train Awards. We was gonna do radio and the studio. But see, that one party Big went to, Puff was going to parties. Puff was going to the movies. Puff was going to places. Where you see film at Big went somewhere? That one radio station. You didn't see no parties that Big went to.